should my song title be in the chorus? Short answer, probably. Longer answer, let's talk about it. So the first thing to talk about when talking about a song title is really what is it? And to me, it has two main parts. And one of those parts is that it basically operates as a book cover or a movie cover, where it's meant to be something that sort of advertises what is behind it. So when you see a song title, for instance, you're gonna choose, do I wanna listen to this song? Does it seem interesting to me, or does it not? And I don't know about you, but I absolutely have picked and chosen songs to listen to with artists I'm not familiar with, purely based on what song titles seemed the most interesting to me. And if you name your song Song Number 2, or if you name your song Annie or some random person's name, I'm probably not going to be that interested. It's basically almost like a hook for your song that's outside of your song rather than the hook that's inside of your song in order to get people to choose to listen to that song. So that's the practical reason, but I think the more creative reason is you want it to really be an accurate representation of what your song is and what your song is about. So just like clickbait, for instance, you really don't want your song title to be something that's misleading, right? Don't just get people's attention with a crazy song title and then have the song not live up to it. And overall, it should really represent something meaningful in the context of your song. So it often should highlight maybe the most important central lyric of your song. And this is why usually the song title is pulled directly from a chorus lyric. The chorus is usually the highlight of the song. It's the central theme and idea of the song. And usually your central theme or idea is what you want to be the song title. And oftentimes if the song title is pulled from a lyric from the song, but it's not pulled from the chorus, it's most likely still in what Pat Pattison would call a power position. Another way to look at this is sort of a highlight lyric. So usually what you see is if the song title is coming from the chorus, it usually is actually the first or the last line of the chorus, because those are the lines that tend to pack the biggest punch. And the reason for that is really just that people remember and things are naturally highlighted at the beginning and the end. If you think about it, a lot of times people remember the end of concerts and people will remember the first song that the band played, but in between it gets a little fuzzy. And our song sections are really no different. So because of this power positions concept, as Pat Pattison calls it, or the highlighted lyric, if you will, usually even if the song title comes from a lyric that isn't the chorus, it often will be something like the last line of the last verse, or the first line of the first verse, or something like that. Certainly usually the first or the last line of a song section that might not be the chorus. And this is usually because it's a very important line that maybe encapsulates the whole song very well, because at the end of the day, that should really be your thought process. What should this song be called? Because that's really what you should be concerned about. You should be asking, what is this song called? It should be less, what should I name this song? Because that implies that the song doesn't already have a name. But you almost should see it as this song exists and it has a name that it just needs, and I need to identify what the name of the song is, not give it a name. And really that's a minor distinction, but it's sort of to make sure that we're honoring that we name the song what it really should be named. Even if a song title doesn't actually come from a lyric, you'll notice that the song title is very often still something very important, and sometimes it even gives context to the whole song, where the song might not make total sense until you see the title, which is actually another clever way to use a title. For example, Good Riddance by Green Day, you could actually see as a positive, nice song if you didn't know the title was Good Riddance. Or Superman by Five for Fighting. Now it's obvious the song is about Superman. The whole song is clearly sung from the perspective of Superman. But the song is called Superman just in case you didn't get it, but also because it really brings together what the whole song is about. Or even Pompeii by Bastille is actually, the song's written from the perspective of two people that are now thousands of years dead, what they would say to each other if they could talk to each other. So really it comes down to asking yourself two main questions when it comes to figuring out your title. The first one is, does it seem like a song title that would make you interested in listening to the song? Basically just judging a book by its cover. If you saw that song title against other song titles, would you choose that song to listen to, even if you knew nothing about the artist or nothing about what the song sounded like? And then the second thing, which is more the creative side and a little less the, I guess, marketing side, if you want to see it that way. So therefore, something that I think is more important is, does it represent your song properly. If somebody says to themselves, what the heck does this title have to do with this song? Or if they're constantly asking themselves, what's the name of that song again? Even though they know the entire lyric, that might be an indication that you have a problem. Not always, right? Because sometimes people don't pay attention to lyrics. Sometimes people just forget titles. And then there are cases where, for example, the title does give context to the song, but people don't actually piece that together and realize that. But a lot of times you do want something where the song title just feels like it belongs with the song. So you should name your song in a way that it feels it is the song's name, not that you gave the song that name. So overall, should my song lyric contain my song title, or should my song title come from my song lyric? The answer, again, is probably. It probably should come from your chorus, probably the first or last line, but it might not. And for example, if you have a song where the chorus never repeats, so the chorus, maybe the music repeats or some version of the music repeats, but the lyrics don't repeat, that would be a great instance of a song where there's no lyric that repeats. So there's no obvious lyric to choose. So that's when you really have to dive deep and figure out, is there a name that sort of brings this whole song together that's not even contained in the lyric? Or is there a specific lyric in this song that, to me, really brings this whole song together and is the heart of what the whole song is about? So I hope this was helpful to you. If it was, be sure to drop a like on this video. And if you are interested, I have a free guide on 10 different ways to start writing a song. So if you're somebody who has struggled with getting stuck, or if you start to write songs that all start to sound the same because you write songs from the same standpoint, you always end up going to your guitar, strumming, and then coming up with a chord progression, and then sort of humming a melody or ooh or eyeing a melody on top, and then all your songs start to sound the same. If you've ever struggled with that, or you're new to songwriting and you just need to know, okay, how do I start? This guide is for you. It gives you 5 ways from a lyrical standpoint and 5 ways from a musical standpoint to start. So whether you're a lyrics first person, or you are a music first person, or you're somebody who is one of those and wants to try the other one, there's 5 different ways for you. Be sure to check that out. Link in the description. Thank you so much for listening and for watching, and I will talk to you next time.